what's happened is they've given me free reign to just do some content on Insta. So what I'm going to be doing over the next couple of weeks is interviewing some local people, local business owners, people with a good standing in grassroots football, maybe a couple of DJs, music producers, stuff like that, where we'll just talk about them and what they're doing, what they're looking to achieve, what they've achieved so far, and we'll also talk about football and Wolves. But the conversation is mainly going to be about the guests, more so than the football. So this week is our first one, and we've got a guy called Liam inside the Baller. He's got his own clothing brand, so we're going to talk about that. Just get him in the room. Questions in as well. If you've got any questions, sort of want to know anything, how to set up a clothing range or whatever, then feel free to pop them in. Or if you just want to ask Liam something, feel free to pop it in.
Yes, bro.
Yeah. You good?
Yeah, man, I'm good. I'm ready. You like what I put in the background? Nah, it was already there.
I love it, bro. That's a nice tactical thing there.
Yeah.
Nice
One of
tactical.
my favourite shirts, that is.
So, did Sacco shirt? What's behind that?
So, this is a good way to start, isn't it? So, obviously, I'm good friends with Bakary Sacco. I met him through Tongo Dumbia. I lived with Tongo Dumbia for a short time. Then I was just there, like, most weekends, you can virtually say I lived there. Like, me and him actually met in a nightclub.
Who
Right.
Doombia?
Yeah, me and Doombia, we met in Walkabouts.
Yeah.
We met in Walkabouts. And I remember, obviously, I'm a Wolves fan. So me seeing him, I was gassed. And me and him was talking through Google Translate. Right. And then from that, we just become good friends. And like I said, man, I virtually lived there. Like, and yeah, it was always together.
So where was this walkabout in Wolves?
Yeah.
So Doombia was just there, rocking away.
When I tell you, yeah, Doombia, right, central midfield wise, he was so sick, but he got advised in a wrong way. So imagine, you know that season, right? Stel Slabakan, he was the manager, wasn't he? So we brought in Bakary, Bakary Sacco, and Dumbia, right? So Dumbia was playing. If you remember that season, he was playing every game, and yeah, he was solid. He was solid, but Dean Saunders come in, right? And now Dean Saunders, he's got an agent called. His agent was called Willie Mackay, right?
Oh, I've heard about that guy. You know,
Yeah,
I remember he was the agent for Henry Kamara when we had him in the Prem.
Bad news.
And the guy is toxic. He's poison, bro. I remember Henry Kamara. He literally virtually went on strike because he wanted to get a move out of the club because that Willie Mackay had been in his ear. Mad. Carry on.
Imagine, so Willie Mackay is Dean Saunders' agent, right? So he's come in, Tongo Dumbia straight on the bench. Do you remember? Dumbia, like, he couldn't get in the team because Willie Mackay, one of Willie Mackay's players was meant to be Lee Evans. So these times, Lee Evans was starting where, really, if we had Dumbia breaks it up. He's good attacking.
He's got good physical presence, man. There was a player in there.
Oi, I could tell you some funny stories, man, but I gotta be careful what I'm talking about.
Loose lips, sink shit, and all that.
I know. I gotta be careful what I'm talking about with certain things.
So, why did Sacco give you the shirt then?
Okay, so obviously, I love collecting shirts. Around me right now, bro. This is like one of my other stock rooms. It's like my office / stock room. So I collect football shirts. Any of my people that play, like, I'll either like have the boots or I'll have the football boots or the shirts. I'm trying to. What have I got around me? I only want to put Wolves related things in. Okay.
No, you've got. I know you've got that. You got that Swansea shirt as well, haven't you? Who's that?
Do you know whose boots they are? Look, can you not see?
I can't even read it now.
Oh, is it because the way it's facing? JARVO17.
Oh, Jarvis.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, okay. Okay. How did you get them?
Like, you just give them to me down at the training ground. Like, because I used to like to go to the training ground and watch the lads train. And
Yeah,
to
yeah,
be
yeah.
honest, like, with certain things, that's how I, like, met and become friends with a lot of players. Just from going to the training ground and then through other connections. The football industry's small. Everyone knows each other.
Yeah, 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 yeah. Small circles and that. But,
A lot of good people through the
because
football fans.
because I was thinking, like, well, obviously, when I've seen through your Insta and that, like,
Yeah.
Douglas Luiz is wearing inside the baller clothes. Morelos at Rangers inside the baller clothes. Mason Greenwood was wearing one of your caps. That's mad.
Crazy.
So how does all that come about? Like, because these are players, like, you need the serious players.
Yeah. You know what? For me to have them sort of people wearing my clothing, yeah, it's massive. Because a footballer, yeah, put it this way, if you give a footballer something, like, they're not just gonna wear it anything.
Yeah,
So
yeah, yeah.
to me, like, yo, I've got a high quality product because these, like, I don't, certain things I get sent, like, I get tagged in things, don't I? And people wearing it, like, and I don't even get the images sent to me. I just see it like, oh, I'm either tagged or someone says, yo, have you seen this? And yo, it puts a smile on my face because when you see it like that, it's like, fucking hell. Like,
So,
go on.
how did it come about with Greenwood and Louisa Morelos wearing your gear? Have you reached out to them and said, listen, lads, can you do a little promo on your Insta, just wear one of my caps? Or have they actually brought it and then you've spotted in it, like?
Nah, you know what? Some players have actually supported and bought my clothing because they know where I come from.
Mm.
Yeah, like, they want to support. Like, I can tell you, I'll tell you a story. Okay, right. Actually, I ain't gonna say that because I don't know who's watching the live, right? Because I don't want to bait anyone up or say certain things.
Well, just change names, just change names.
How do I put it? Like, nah, enough lads. Like, okay, I've gone to take the clothing to them, and they've supported, bought my clothing. Like, I don't want anything on top, but, like, just for me coming out, the petrol money. Like, I don't want no petrol money. Like, and like, it's humbling, man. It's nice that, you know, that people are still down to earth and humble like that, even though they've got status so high up. But obviously, some people want the freebies because it's like this in life. You know, the higher up you get, the more free stuff you get.
Yeah, it's mad.
You've got everything you've won.
Yeah.
You've probably got that much that you don't know what to buy, but you get that high up. And I swear to God, people just want the status of these people coming to the shops and they'll give them anything. It's crazy. It's crazy. That's why the rich stay rich and the poor get poor.
Bro, reach it, because it's facts, that's true. Like, you hear about, like, these footballers and they'll just get FIFA sent out in the post. Now, these are the ones that can easily just afford the £45, £50, whatever it is for FIFA, to go and buy it from Sainsbury's or Tesco. Where you got people who, you know, that's money for some people. Like, you know what I mean? They can't afford to get FIFA on the day it comes out. But then these rich people are just getting it for free. It makes no sense.
Bro, you know what? I know people from all different types of backgrounds, different walks of life, and it's crazy because, like, for me, yeah, this is a saying I'm gonna put on a top and a cap. I like it when money makes a difference but don't make you different. Now, some people I know who could be real bossy and arrogant and show off, and they're not. So humble, down to earth, you wouldn't even know it. And then there's people that show off with nothing to show and are arrogant, and there's just no need, is there? Like,
Of course not, because you'd like to think that regardless of whether you've got £10 in your bank or you've got 2.5 million in the bank, you've still got the same heart, like, you know what I mean? And the way you want to treat people and stuff should not change. Should not change at all.
This day and age and social media, it's got to people's heads.
It's like I was talking to the missus about it yesterday. I read a story, some geezer in Dudley Way or something like that. He got run over and left for dead, like the other person's just drove off. And I said to the missus, I was like, don't you think, like, with everything that's going on with COVID, this, that, and the other, we've really seen the best in people, but we've also seen the worst in people as well.
Yeah.
I think the last 12 months have been crazy, and the negativity. Like, I mean, we've done some podcasts on it. We've done 2 racism podcasts in the last sort of 2 months. Because again, like it's mad at the moment on social media the way people are behaving.
Bro, it's so sad. Like, I can't believe what's going on. But have you seen what Wilfried Zaha's doing? He ain't taking the knee no more.
Yeah. And he's come out and he's explained it because, again, we've had this conversation on our racism podcast. For me personally, taking a knee, you've got to do more than that. Like these companies like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, Sky Sports, all of them, they've got to do more than just putting up the logo Black Lives Matter next to the score. That's not enough for me.
You know what though? I've got to give it to the Premier League and the football industry. They've stuck with Black Lives Matter. I went and did the protest in Wolverhampton. Right. It's a hype. Most people just went there to say, yo, I went there. They're like practicing things and preaching after that. So it's like, what was the point in it?
Yeah.
Do you get what I'm saying? Like, but the Premier League have stayed consistent, so I can't knock them for that. But it's one of them, like, everyone needs to come together and unite. It's not something that's going to happen overnight. But like I said, in 2 weeks, he was really talking about it and he was practicing in what they was preaching. Like, so it's like, I don't know. Can't do certain things for social media or just to say, oh, I was a part of it, I went that day.
Yeah, a lot of people, it is just for the clout, isn't it? If we're being brutally honest. But anyway, we'll sort of step away from that for a second. Right, back to what you're doing.
Want to know about the shirt?
Oh yeah, come on, we haven't even finished that yet. How did you get the shirt off Sacco?
Bro, this is a special shirt to me, you know. This is a special shirt because you see that game, yeah. You see that game there? Yeah, let me spin it.
Is that the Warsaw game? Is that a celebration from the Warsaw game?
Yeah. Let me spin it. Okay, so this is his shirt, yeah, right, where he scored that free kick, that banging free kick. And remember, the fan come over the wall at, when they were celebrating. The fan come over the wall he ripped to me in French, like, to my brother Liam, Wolves 3-0, Warsaw free kick. But you know what the funniest thing was? He was meant to sign it, and he forgot to sign it.
Man, like Sacco, what a baller he was. Oh, he could play, he could.
Yo, Sacco's my guy. Like, he's one of the ballers, yeah, that motivated me the most, right? Motivated me to want to be successful. Like, bro, Bakary Sacco, yeah. I've never met a man with so much swag. Let me prop this up properly. I've never met a man with so much swag. You see, Bakary Sacco, oh my God, like, they're at Wolves, you ain't seen whips like his. Did you see any of his cars?
Nah, I don't think I did, you know.
Bro, when I'm telling you, he took that with his cars. He had, at points, he's had, like, Ferraris, next level G-Wagons. Like, my man, he come to Wolves. At these points, you'd never really seen people. You'd seen people with flashy cars like R8s and that at Wolves.
Yeah.
Customized.
He took it to another level.
Yeah, the guy, and his swagger.
I'm sure there was a point where he had some boots customized, and I think he had like Swarovski crystal diamonds in it or something. Mad.
Hey, they was bad. It looked even better in person. There was for his like his match 100th match with Wolves. See? Yeah. They was real nice. They was Sacco. I can't big him up enough. Like he's a proper.
No, I was devastated when he left. Devastated.
And you know what? The sad thing is, the difference between foreign players and English players. Like, I've noticed being around foreign players, yeah, like, they're so committed to football. Like, we used to go out to clubs and he never even used to drink. He used to drink water.
Yeah.
So the dedication as a professional. And
the mentality is different.
The Portuguese lads that we have, they don't really like to go out partying, you know. Nah, they don't. And they like to spend time with the family and, you know, have family meals. And the mentality is totally different.
Yeah.
You know, in English football, we've got a lot of raw talent, but I think the whole persona of living up to being a footballer, you know, having expensive clothing, cars, I think, yeah, and that party lifestyle and the women, I think it wrecks a lot of people.
Well, this is why, for me, I think you got the PFA. They need to do more for these young men, because you got these young men now, 18, 19, 20, 21, whatever, earning 50, 60, 70 grand a week. Now, I always try and think, what would I be like? What would my 18-year-old self be like with that amount of money? I'd have been fucking crazy, bro, I'm telling you. I'd have been drinking every weekend, partying, girls, whatever. And a lot of players go down that route because I don't think they've got the right guidance. And I don't think they get enough support.
Listen, and when they fall off and they can't pay these bills, mental health kicks in quicker clock. Yeah. And that's the
100%. I mean, you can see it now. Look at Mason Greenwood. When what he was doing, like in Iceland, he's away with the England team, and he's still messing about with girls and stuff like that. And this is where you got to switch on. If you want to reach the top, you've got to change that mentality slightly.
No, it's true. It's true.
Not how many footballers have we seen, and they've just fell off because of that attitude.
You know what though? There's one player, yeah, that falls off, and he gets back up every time. Noel Ranger, he's back at safe end, you know, but I'm rooting for this guy because I don't know, there's just something about him, like he's real, he's from the road.
Yeah.
Like, yo, no matter how many times he gets knocked down, he keeps coming back. But he's one of them players, like, I would have loved to have seen him like settle and seen what he could actually achieve. He's what
the same with, you know, Ravel Morrison.
You was gonna say it. I should have said it before you said it.
Mate, honestly, he at one stage you're thinking, yo, this geezer could be like the next best thing. But you got the wrong people around him.
Lads that I know that have trained with Ravel Morrison say like he's unreal in training. Yeah. It's like, I don't know, man. I think, yeah, his head just takes him from what I've heard. But yo, I'm hearing that he's a baller. Like,
yeah.
People say that when he was at United, because I know someone who was at United with him, said that you're better than Pogba.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Mad Gooner, man, 81. My guy, Sean, man. It's his neighbour. Manchester 0161.
Who's his neighbour?
Sean.
Oh, Sean's your neighbour?
No.
Yeah, I'm sure I know Sean, you know. I'm sure I know Sean. If it's who I think it is, I think I know him. But back to inside the border, like, how does it feel when you're just saying in Asda, putting some petrol in or something, and you see someone wearing the garms, like, because I was at the bank the other day drawing some money out, and I just pulled over, and this geezer come walking down the street, inside the ball, like, you know, the woolly hat and scarf set that you've been selling. Yeah. Was wearing that, and I thought, yo, that would gas me. That would. If that was me, I'd be buzzing. So, like, how does it make you feel,
bro? I love to see it, like, but it's crazy and surreal. I see it all the time, like, driving around, even when I've been far places, and people message me all the time saying that some people have been abroad and seen people in the airport, in Turkey airport, like, in the Somerset. Some next geezer was in Tenerife, saw someone on the plane. People have been in Manchester, far as Scotland. Then Western-super-Mare. I get them all, and like, it's humbling, man. It's nice to, like, because sometimes you forget how far you've come. Like, bro, I feel like, because I want to be in shops, like, and, you know, I want certain things, and sometimes I get disheartened, but I realise it's going to take years.
So, how did all this start? What inspired this inside the baller?
Okay, so when I was in, it was from a young age, probably when I was in year 7 in school. I knew from year 7 in school, I actually had a status. I don't know if you ever, I post it now and again. I made a status saying, back then, it used to be called clothing label, not clothing. So I made a status saying that, in the future, I like to venture into having my own clothing label, right? So when I put that up like that I'm interested in designing and whatnot, and then it's mad because like over a decade later from that, now longer than a decade actually, I'd actually started my own clothing brand, but I knew I wanted to do it. I just didn't know what I was gonna do. Because there's no point doing a clothing brand if you haven't got a good name or a good concept. Now, I'm in the Bridge pub up the road from my house.
Yeah.
And there's a lad called Liam Sayers. And he come up to me. No, he was at the Bandit. And I've gone up to him. When you walk in the pub, say safe to everyone. I'm like, said safe to him. He's gone, fucking hell, Liam. He's gone, what do you do for a living, man? He goes, I always see you here, there and everywhere. He goes, you're always on holiday. You're always with famous people and footballers. He's like, what the fuck do you do? Right. So I come up with that, come up with Inside the Baller. They want to know. Because when you're balling, people want to know what you do for a living. Now, it's something we all question. I see people who are successful and I think, yo, what does he do? Or someone carrying themselves in a certain way. And you think, yo, how does he get that? How is he living that lifestyle? So it's a rhetoric. You can ask the question in many ways, but if you're balling, you can be balling in many ways, like not just to do with, like being successful, or you can be balling in love like me. I'm the luckiest guy alive because I got my nan.
Yeah.
That woman to beats. That's my mum. I can't say that, but yeah.
I was crazy. I think it was on your Snapchat the other week when your nan played a trick on you with a mouse.
Yeah, bro. Listen, I don't run. I don't run.
So I heard you was running that day though.
I was running.
So what happened with that? I think your nan, with all due respect, I think your nan has probably got more clout than yourself at the minute. She's a legend, mate.
My nana's got. Yo, women want to entertain me just to come and meet Monica.
Oh god! So you're using your nan to get. Actually, okay. Whilst we're on that topic, right? These questions come through twice. People want to know or want you to explain what pum pum and pizza is.
Yo, what it is? Sean's baiting me up with that. Okay, yeah, right. Bro, I don't even know who's watching the live.
Come on, I want to know.
I don't care. Okay, pizza and pum pum, yeah. Girls used to, I used to go to girls' house. I love pizza and I love pum pum. So, they used to buy me pizza to come around their house.
Sorry, what was that? Repeat that, sorry, I couldn't hear that.
Yeah, I bet you couldn't hear me.
No, I swear down, I couldn't.
Okay, pizza and pum pum, like girls. I love pizza and I love pum pum, man. But girls used to buy me pizza to come around their house. A girl used to specifically message me and say, "Oh, if you come around my house, I'll buy you pizza." Yeah, babes, I'll be there in 10.
What sort of pizza did it have to be though? What if she's offering you cheese and tomato? Are you still going round?
Bro, not for margarita.
Will there be a meat, please?
Nah, bro, not even. I asked for I'm mad like this. I asked for vegetarian pizza, but with chicken tikka on top, because I love the toppings of the vegetarian pizza, but it's got to have chicken tikka on top or tandoori chicken.
Fair enough, bro. Fair enough. So
I'm devouring the pizza, and yeah.
Another question that came in was about sort of having your own clothing brand, it being a saturated market. You see them popping up all the time, don't you?
Yeah.
So how are you dealing with that? What's the competition like in this field?
Yo, I'm only in competition with people who are at the top because I want to be at the top.
Yeah.
I don't business about anyone else. Like, fair play anyone who wants to start a clothing brand, but when you get into it, you're gonna feel every emotion. Every emotion go. I felt everything. So many highs, so many lows. The clothing game ain't easy, man. It's stressful. Burns my words out, bro. I've had many times, yeah, where things are going so well, but I'm feeling low and I want to quit at the same time.
Mm.
And that's because I've done so much, but sometimes you think, yo, this is stressful. But anything that's worth fighting for, you just gotta keep going. Like, and this, I can't give it up. I could never give it up. I say, when at times I'm vexed, I say, oh, forget it, man. I can't be asked. But yeah, it's good and bad at the same time. But people don't understand unless you do a clothing brand. You'll never understand. But I think.
So what sort of challenges do you face then that make you feel that way?
Feel like that, bro. People who don't even okay. Don't I care? Well, I wouldn't be saying it if I didn't care. Okay, people that don't even know me, like, judge me, like, okay. Some people say like, because he's got a clothing brand, he thinks he's this, he thinks he's that. Like, I hear a guy message me the other day. He says, I was studying in a calf, and there was two work lads talking in front of me, and they were saying, that inside the ball is killing it, but yo, he thinks he's something, and I've never ever portrayed myself in that sort of way.
Yeah.
I don't get like, and that them defamation of characters, yeah. Like, when people are fickle, so when they hear certain things, like, they believe it. But yo, I've got time for everyone. Like, I show everyone love up until they do me something wrong or treat me in a certain way, and that's the hard part, because no matter what I do, if it's good or bad, I'm still gonna get judged, and I'm still gonna get people who don't really know me trying to throw dirt on my name, and it's weird, man. It's weird, bro. I've never had so many family members since I've started. That ain't
How
my
many
family.
cousins you got now?
That's love. That's love, because yeah, the way they big me up, like, yo, it's love, but like, we're not family. Like,
Yeah.
inside the ball, yeah, man, that's my cousin. And these people ain't even bought my clothing.
Right, I want to tell you a story now. I was at a house party last summer, right, and I had one of your caps on. I don't think it was this one, but I had one of your caps on. So I'm just standing there, leaning up against the wall. I've got my drink, and some geezer comes up to me and he goes, "Nice hat, mate." And I was like, "Oh, cheers." He went, "Yeah." He went, "That's my brother." I went, "Who?" He went, "Liam, inside the border, that's my brother." And I was like, "Oh, okay." And then I'm like, "Hold on a minute. I don't even know if Liam's got a brother."
No.
So, bro, it's mad. It's mad. It's proper mad.
Well, it's
The
crazy.
way people go on.
I know.
But, so, can you remember your first sale?
First sale.
Yeah. How did that come about?
First sale. Bro, that's something I should have remembered. I don't remember it. Nah.
Yeah. Fair
Nah.
play. So, but you've been doing it the last 10 years, yeah? You've been doing this 10 years now.
You got my first cap here. I've been doing the clothing brand for coming up to 3 years. 1 minute.
Oh, okay.
Bro, this was my first ever cap, you know. Look at the quality difference. Like, now it's got everything inside and labels. Yeah. The only label it's got inside is it was like everything's custom made now. This was made by Beachfield. Cheap cap. Cheap, and then the new ones are all custom made. So much detail. Like, this don't even have nothing on the back.
So, how are the clothes made? Like, are you making, are you the sewing machine?
Nah,
or
man.
have you got a team that sort of makes it for you?
I wouldn't have time to be at a sewing machine. Yeah, I've got factories. well, not my factories, but
Yeah.
I've got manufacturers across. I got one in the UK. Oh, yo, that's Jord, man. Just says he paid me extra, by £200. Man, give me £200 extra, and I've drove off, and I'm counting the money, and I've noticed that he's given me £200 extra, and I rang him back up and said, "Yo, bro, you've given me more than you should have."
Mm.
He's like, "How much?" I'm like, "Yo, 200." He's like, "Oh, I'll come and get it off you." And I went and met him back at the pub. And that's at these times we didn't even know each other, but I'd never rob anyone. Like, that's the type of character I am. You get me?
But the thing
Look,
is,
I've done that.
he will come back to you now, and he will buy from you again. And when he's telling his mates, you know what I mean? It's just good publicity. Because imagine you did that now at JD Sports. It'll probably take 28 days to send it back to your account. Taking the piss.
You know what? I've made a lot of good friends. Like, me and Joe are good friends now, and I've made a lot of good friends through the clothing. And yeah, man, like, that's the great part about it. That's why I like to go and drop clothing off to people, because it shows them who I am, and I get to interact.
Yeah.
Like, and I love that. I love that part of it.
So what's the aims for Inside the Border? Where you looking to take it?
Bro, believe it or not, yeah, I've had so many people want to invest money into the clothing brand.
Mm.
But I'm really, like, that's something I'm scared about. Like, bro, I had an offer. A geezer offered me 150k to buy the name outright.
Yeah.
He wanted the name. He wanted the company. Offered me 150k, but turned it down because what's that? In the amount of years, in 5-10 years, what's 150k? Like, if I sell it for change like that, then I'm gonna think, yo, what could I have been? And yeah, like, obviously, I think I do need an investor. I'm getting to I'm emotionally attached to my clothing.
Yeah.
It's hard for me now to make the decision, like, what's right for my clothing brand, because I could pick the wrong investor and it could really mess things up. But then I could pick the right investor and I've gone clear.
Yeah. So I mean, so you get some investment. Then what? Then what's the plan?
It's not particular the investment that I want. It's, I need someone that's good at market, like, they've got the right connections and links. Like, yeah, okay, yeah, I do need the investment. That'll help. But money's nothing if you don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
Like, I need the right marketing team, facilities. Like, that's what I need. And I do believe that one day I'm going to be, I think it'll probably be sooner than I think. I want to be in Foot Asylum. I just want to start off in Foot Asylum.
So what would you need to do to get there? I mean, I don't really know much about a clothing brand. I haven't got one. So what would the steps be? How do you go from an idea in your mind, standing at the Bandit in the bridge, in your clothes on the rail in Foot Asylum or JD or wherever?
To be fair, I think my clothing already speaks for itself. The quality's there. It's ready to go in shops. But I think, like, I'm trying to be fair with my prices. Like, I want to get my name out there, so I'm not being greedy, right? I know what I sell my clothing at. I could sell it for much more. If I'm going into shops, it's got to be sold at that. That time's going to come, but I think right now, doing what I'm doing, the groundwork, this is the right way, right? And not forgetting where I'm from. And, like, bro, I know now the clothing brand's never going anywhere. Because I've done the hard part, right? For me to have so much love in my home city and done what I've done in Wolverhampton, bro, I can go to any city. Because if you can do that in your home city, which is the hardest place, because naturally to get so much love off people that you know, it's unheard of. Not many people are.
You know, as silly as it sounds, you know, like, the souls that are closest to you that are probably the most negative to you as well when you're trying to do something. It's mad. It's mad. So I understand what you're saying, like, because it's I suppose it's harder to impress those closest to you. And those that know you.
You know what? Recently though, like, okay, people who ask me for discount or they try and belittle me or go on in a certain type of way, bro. I've lost my patience for it, and I'm getting a bit snappy. And shouldn't I? Like, I don't really want to be like that, but it's like it's so disrespectful because if my friend's got a clothing brand or a business, bro, I pay him my money. I don't.
Yeah.
Like, I think my clothing's a good price as it is. You can't grumble, like, and it's still not enough because man are like, oh yeah, knock a tenner off, or yeah, give it me for this. I'm like, yo, I'm a business. I guess you can't go to, and I feel disrespected, and I've started telling people now. And to be honest, if people are gonna come to me like that, I'd rather not have the support. The clothing brand ain't for them. Go elsewhere.
Yeah.
It sounds bad to turn people away, bro, but like, it's sad, man. It's sad because they must think it's easy. Like, come on, what?
Yeah, they ain't seen all the hard work you put in, the hours that you've probably spent on your phone researching the latest trends or something like that, so you know what to release or what colours are gonna be popping next. What are you releasing? Because I know you've just had your hats, scarves. What's coming this summer?
This summer, obviously the t-shirt and short sets, new caps. I'm really going in with it, like, yeah, the variety. Because don't forget, because in Air City, yeah, like, it's a small place, really, isn't it?
Yeah, everyone knows everyone involved, or everyone knows somebody who knows somebody.
So one thing I'm going to be doing is a lot of different releases, but making it more limited. So once it's sold out, when the next thing's coming, because I don't want people rocking up at the same places or wearing the same stuff.
Yeah.
Don't look good, and that's something I'm trying to, like, counter react.
No, I think that sounds like a good plan, to be fair. Create some demand for what you're releasing. So, obviously, like, you decided to create Inside the Baller, and from the outside, looks like it's going really well at the moment. But if you never had that conversation with your mate in the pub, what do you think you'd be doing now?
What would I be doing now?
Yeah.
I used to be a support worker, didn't I?
Oh, okay.
So I'd still be doing that. I'd still be in the care industry.
Yeah.
To be honest, and the people that I used to look after, like, I got a close bond with, like, I still see them there, like, got a soft spot in my heart, man. There's a lad called Steve, and I used to look after. He's older than me, but he was like my little brother. And I go see him all the time, make sure he's doing well, and I give him clothing because he's had it tough in life. Like, he ain't got his family there. He's in care, like, and he's a wicked lad. And I used to love work. Well, it wasn't work, man, because like I said, he's like my little brother.
Yeah.
I worked there for 6-7 years. So me and him we was tight, and I moved him from one place to a next place, and I moved to the next place with him because of how close we was. Like, I was his transitioning staff that.
Yeah.
And then I went and worked there because I didn't. Yeah, like, it's crazy. Life's crazy, man. It's mad. Real good lad, and he FaceTimes me all the time and calls me up.
So, I mean, could you see yourself going back to that line of work, or do you just see yourself now solely Inside the Baller clothing brand? Or not even that work, just any work, like, or is Inside the Baller now full time?
Yeah, it's full time. Has been for a while, but it's difficult. It's difficult because obviously I wanna put my all into the clothing, and I can't be dealing with any distractions. Like, if I need to go, don't forget, I get mad motives coming up to go and network. Like, I'm always down in London or here, there, and everywhere. If I was working, how can you do that around a rota?
Yeah. It's impossible. It's hard, isn't it? It's hard. So, your documentary as well.
Yeah.
When's part 2 coming out? We're all waiting.
You know what? I'm waiting till lockdown finishes. You know why? I wanna organise a massive link up, yeah, for a
Yeah.
part of the documentary to be filmed where people who have bought clothing from me, we all meet up somewhere, right? And we just get together and vibes.
So hopefully that could be this summer, all going well.
Hopefully. Who knows?
We've,
Could for a big outdoor party, barbecue, music,
I
inside
look
the
forward
boat.
to receiving my invitation then, bro.
Hey, you're the first on the list.
So what made you want to do the documentary anyway? What was the thinking behind that?
You know what? I just want to, because on my social medias, I get actually not just young people, but people older and same age, like that look up to me, and I motivate them, and because I talk about certain things that other people wouldn't talk about.
Yeah, yeah,
I ain't had it easy in life. Like life's been hard, man. England not easy, but yeah, man, it's life's hard, man, and yeah, when I lost my granddad, that hit me tough. That hit me tough, and yeah, sort of like I've had so many highs and lows, like
yeah.
suffered with depression and anxiety for a long time, and even still to this day, like some days, some mornings I wake up and I can't face the day, like I'll just lay in bed, and it's not because I'm lazy, but I'd rather sleep the day away than actually get up and face the day, and I
Yeah,
just
yeah, yeah.
answer my phone or messages because yo, these phones and my social medias mad
Going off.
going off, bro. It's sickening. It's sickening.
And do you almost feel like it just becomes too demanding,
Bro,
and you just want to sort of like lock yourself off from everything and not have to deal with it?
yeah, yeah. Because this is what I mean. This is what I mean about a clothing brand, yeah. Right, which people wouldn't understand unless they do it. Right, it's 24 hours a day. I dream about it. I dream about it. It's that mad. Like, and it's the first thing you think about when you wake up. Like, and obviously, bro. Okay, this is one of the hardest parts about it. The hardest part. When I'm just relaxing and I go out places, everybody I see, yeah, the first thing they want to talk about is the clothing.
Yeah,
Oh,
yeah, yeah.
clothing going, man. Oh man, I see you doing this and that. Like, what numbers are you doing, man? How much money are you making it? Ain't it? You must be smashing it. Like, and ask personal things that you shouldn't really ask. So now I understand, yeah, why certain footballers, yeah, they get pissed off because the first thing people want to talk about with them is football. But that's where I'm different. Like, yeah, we talk about football, but we talk about other stuff because I understand that.
Yeah,
Bro,
yeah, yeah.
I understood that before I did the clothing brand.
So what? I mean, if like you said earlier, a lot of young people sort of look up to you. They see you as somebody who's done something good, local as well. I think that's what people want somebody local they feel they can connect to aspire to sort of try and reach those heights as well. So if there's any sort of, not even young people, if there's anybody of any age that's looking to sort of start off a clothing brand or a business, what tips would you give them?
You know what? I'm not selfish. And like I said, I'm in competition with no one that's starting up. My competition are people at the top. So a lot of people have reached out to me and asked me like for links to get clothing made or what I'd advise. So I always say, look, before you start your clothing brand, make sure you set the foundations in, right? You know your target audience and you know what you want to name your clothing brand and what it's about, right? And then I said, boom, from there, get your designs, find a good designer, get your designs, right? Do your mock-ups, find a manufacturer off Alibaba,
Mm.
right? There's like print and brand, SD prints, local. I give them local links
Yeah,
or to other manufacturers, right? And then I say, go and get a sample made first. And then for your first orders, don't commit too big, you know. But to be fair, bro, I've always gone big. My first ever order for clothes, like, bro, I had like 200 caps made for my first ever order. No,
And
it
did you think you was gonna sell them, or was it just a gamble, like?
was just a gamble.
And did it pay off? Did you sell
Yeah,
all 200?
yeah, I got rid of them
Fair
all.
play.
You know what? To be fair, everything I do, most things I do is like a freestyle and a gamble.
Yeah,
You
yeah,
know,
yeah.
always like to me, bro. Like, bro, you know what? I order loads of stock. I don't fear nothing. I don't fear nothing. Like,
So your mentality is, you know what? I'm just gonna order 200 caps because I will sell these 200 caps, no
I
matter
didn't,
what it takes. I'll get rid of these.
I didn't even think like that. I knew there was gonna go, but like, yeah, like I don't think when I order things, I don't really. Yeah, like it's just a challenge, isn't it? Really,
Yeah,
it's a
yeah,
game.
yeah.
It's a game. It's like playing the PlayStation. Like you got to complete the mission.
And
Like,
yeah, collect
yeah,
200 caps, sell 200 caps, job done. Bish bash bash.
exactly. It's
Nah, you
crazy.
know what? To be fair, you're doing well, man. You should be proud of yourself. You're doing really well, and I firmly believe, I honestly believe, there's more to come from you as well. I really do.
You know what? Lockdown. It's been a blessing. Like it's boosted me, man. It's me because you know what? I lack consistency. You know, with the clothing, I ain't really consistent.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
I don't really post that much as I should, but I'm trying to stay consistent. I'm trying to stay consistent. That's the hardest part, bro. Like I should really be pushing it more than I actually am.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. But like they say, Rome wasn't built in a day, was it? It's like us with the Fancast. We're trying to push this now. You know what I mean? We want to get good content out there. We want to get a variation in our content. But we're lucky because behind the Fancast there's like 10 of us. So it's not just me and hey mate. There's 10 of us.
When it's
But
one person,
there's days, and there's weeks, and sometimes there's even been months, and we've not done as half as much as what we should.
mm,
But
man.
now keep grinding, man. I think you're gonna go places, and hopefully, fingers crossed, we're gonna see all your tops, hats, whatever. We put a sign on.
Yeah, hopefully.
But yeah, right, Lil. I'm gonna love you and leave. I'm gonna wrap it up there. But thanks for coming on and speaking to us today. You can get this. I think we're gonna put it on our YouTube, so you just search for Fancast on YouTube.
You
You
know
can
what?
catch up and listen to Liam's stories about Doombeer and Saka.
That's it, man. We'll do this again, and if you want to know more about like football stories and certain things, I'll talk about it.
Yeah,
100.
definitely, man. We'll get you on. We'll get you on again, and we'll hear some more of these stories. I want to hear more about Doombeer and Walkabout. Was he upstairs in Surfers Paradise? Or what?
Upstairs. Yo, I might leave you with one story.
Go on
Right,
then.
a funny story. Right, boom. Player I know, yeah. So it's a night before a match. I think who was the match? So this is a Friday night, yeah. Right, just chilling, watching TV, and yeah. So it's before bed, like it's getting late. The guy's like, yeah, man, I'm going to bed. So before he goes to bed, yeah, he's got a Coca-Cola pint glass,
Yeah.
right, and he's half filled it with Jack Daniels, right. And I said, yo, bro, what you doing, man? You fucking crazy? You got a match tomorrow, right? And he's like, nah, man, it'll help me sleep. Bro, he's picked it up and he's necked it all and he's gone to bed. And I'm thinking, yo, have I just seen this? Bro, woke up the next day. Obviously, match day, got to be there early.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Like about like 11 o'clock ish, 11 to 12. You have to get there. Right, gone. So I'll go to the match later. Like, he's gone off to the match like after 11, 12. Right, and then I've gone later. So this is a championship game. I forget who he was playing. Maybe it was Nah, it wasn't Rotherham. Bristol City. I forget who it was. I'll find it. Yeah, I'm gonna find out who it was. But I ain't saying the player's name. Right, bro. I was worried about him, you know, because I couldn't believe what I was seeing. Bro, you know that game, Busty. absolutely busted. He got
That's
man
the
of
only-
the
But I don't know about you, but I remember when I was younger and I used to play ball on a weekend. Some of my best performances was when I'd literally gone straight from insomnia to Fowler's Park to play football. Leaving insomnia at like 6 o'clock in the morning, kicking off at 10:30, putting some of my best performances.
Yo, it's crazy, isn't it?
It's mad. It's
know
mad. I
what?
couldn't do it now.
Okay, right. So it's like that. They say if you have some the night before a game, you can't perform well on the
Yeah,
pitch.
you need to like hold that tension inside of you, don't you?
Yo, bro, listen. I've gone most of the night, man. Long distance stuller, bust off my magnums, and I've gone playing, and I play. Yeah, man. I had 90 minutes in the tank.
Man of the match as well.
Not man of the match. I was man of the match off the pitch.
Ah. Liam, do you know what? It's been a pleasure speaking to you. I've enjoyed it, man. But now we'll definitely do it again. Yeah, when you got some, we'll see what your summer stuff. When you got your summer stuff coming out, you know, always welcome to jump on, and we don't mind pushing. We don't mind pushing the clothing to our channel. So,
Bro, you know what? When all this COVID's over, obviously I've got to go and meet up with a few of the lads from Wolves. So you're gonna see pictures of them wearing the clothing. So at least it's Wolves related. You can put it on.
Yeah.
Hopefully, I could. You know what? I need to speak to a few of the lads, and it'd be great to get a player on here. One player
definitely.
on. You know,
100%. We'd be up for that.
Deion Sanderson, he'd come on here 100%.
Yeah.
Big guy, got a massive future. Because
Deion's going far, man. Deion's going far. He's got.
You know what? Our fans are so fickle, right? Because I'm in a few of the groups on Facebook, and Deion come up like, "Oh, should we take a punt on him next season?" And you know, throw him in at the deep end, right? And some fans was like, "Oh, nah, like he's not cut out for the Prem or this and that." And I'm thinking, yo, have you watched the same player as me, Deion Sanderson, bro?
He's bossing it for Sunderland. Since he's come in the team, they've started winning because he was doing shit, and he wasn't playing. Now he's come in the team, he's playing centre back, and he's bossing him. And Sunderland fans are raving about him.
This guy, bro, is the real McCoy. He's gonna be a Premiership footballer.
Yeah.
If he isn't a Prem footballer, I'm gonna be very shocked.
Yeah,
right, because he's got so much.
you know, hungry for it as well.
He reminds me of. He's a leader, bro. He's gonna be a captain.
Yeah.
He reminds me of Roy Keane, Patrick Vieira, but centre back version, because he's so resilient and he's just got it all round. His vision, how strong he's going forward. He can go forward as well.
But he's got that bit. He's got a bit of grit about him as well. Like he ain't scared to mix it. He ain't scared to mix it up.
And he's a young lad.
I know. He's got his head screwed on as well.
He's a young lad. I like him, man.
Yeah. He knows what he's doing, and I'm sure he's determined to get it.
I hope that he can be the next Lescott for us. Hey, what would that be?
Man, that would be wicked. Or imagine, like, he stays at Wolves his whole career, plays 300, 400 times for Wolves. Yeah. Local lad as well.
Yeah, exactly. But, yo, this is the sad thing, man. We don't back our local lads.
No.
No, man. He doesn't get the same love that Liam McAlinden got. And Liam McAlinden... Bro, he must have rave about McAlinden.
Yeah, he was terrible. He was terrible, bro. Like, you can just look at some players and you think, nah, you're never going to play
got mad love.
a big championship. McAlinden, like League 1, League 2, that's his level. So, yeah, I don't know why he was rated by so many fans. Then you got somebody like Dion, and the fans ain't really rating him too much. But he's got serious talent, though. Like, yeah. Dion, for me, Dion, his next move, if Wolves loan him out next season, it's got to be top half of the championship.
Yeah. And to be fair, you know what? I thought he could have gone and done a job for a champ. No, he could have, because he did it.
Yeah, he would have done a job all day for a championship club.
I'd like to see him and Bolly at the back. Him and Willie Bolly.
Yeah.
I'd like to see that partnership. just to see how it goes. Because I don't want him to come back to Wolves and Wolves play him like right back.
The problem, it's a difficult one, isn't it? Because he can play both, but at Sunderland he's been playing right centre back, hasn't he, the last couple of games? And if he's doing well there, then hopefully Wolves keep him there because he's doing well there. He's progressing there. But we'll see, man. We'll see. Hopefully, I want to keep my fingers crossed for him anyway. Got a good future. But Liam, big respect for coming on. Appreciate it.
Appreciate you.
Nah, not a problem. Like I said, we'll do it again. We'll do it again, but look after yourself anyway.
Alright, you too,
Alright, Liam, I'll catch you soon.
Respect.
See you in a bit.